Welcome to South Asia Today, a show that provides you the glimpses of South Asia. I'm your host, Shivangi Mishra. Let's begin with the headlines first. Afghan women confront fresh challenges as Taliban ban education and work. Young doctors in Gilgit-Baltistan unite against government's bill to increase doctors' retirement age. And annual snake boat race attract visitors in India's Alappuzha city. Let's begin the show. Afghan women's lives are becoming more difficult as the Taliban control extends in Afghanistan. Due to the Taliban's restrictions on women working for international organizations and attending universities, women are suffering grave setbacks. However, the future of Afghan women is uncertain, but there is hope for a better day when they will be able to pursue their ambitions without any restraints or fear. Have a look.
Amidst the ongoing chaos in Afghanistan, the Taliban has implemented a ban on women working and attending universities, shattering the hopes and efforts of Afghan women. The 27-year-old Afghan woman, Maryam, used to work as a database officer before the Taliban seized control. She then went on to become a teacher at a private school for girls, a job she was only able to hold on to for a year before the ban on girls' education. And now she has opened a sieving workshop. Maryam said she is gradually adapting to the new realities and is optimistic, not someone who gives up easily. Maryam decided to open a sieving workshop 6 months ago, hiring 15 of her former colleagues who had lost their jobs under Taliban's rule. She trained the women to stitch traditional Afghan clothes and hijabs, taking advantage of the one-year course she attended 4 years ago. Their products are now sold online to both domestic and foreign customers.
هیچ وقت عقب نشینی نکردم، تسلیم نشدم، بازم ادامه دادم. گفتم که خب خیر، درس خانه است، مکتب دروازه‌اش بسته شد، پانتون بسته شد، اما افکار ما بسته نشده. یعنی ما میتونیم که از افکار خود استفاده کنیم و هیچ وقت نگوییم که دیر است یا ما ممنوعیت است.
Maryam said the number of their customers increased in a short period of time, and she is optimistic that the business will keep growing in other countries like Germany, the US, and Canada one day with the help of her relatives residing there. The Taliban's return to power after the withdrawal of NATO and US forces has presented significant difficulties for Afghan women. For many women who enjoyed extensive rights and freedoms during the 2 decades of rule by Western-backed governments, their plight has become dire since the return of the Taliban. However, the situation is complicated. The Taliban assert that they uphold women's rights in accordance with their interpretation of Islamic law and Afghan culture.
فکرشم نمیکنن که طالبا بتونن بگیرن دولته. باز اونم که گرفتن و همش باز این محدودیتایشون که روز به روز زیاد شده رفت یا بیخی مشکلات زیاد ایجاد کرده، بدترین روز به همه مردم افغانستان تا جایی که من فکر میکنم.
Closing high schools, universities and work to women have raised major concerns about the future of women's rights in Afghanistan. The entire world keeps an eye on Afghanistan in anticipation of a time when Afghan women will once more be free to pursue their careers and aspirations without hindrance or any fear.
Moving on. Sports play a major role in overall personality development of a person. Sports activities are not only good for physical health but also aids mental well-being. Treading the same line, a friendly cricket match was played between women cricket players of Anantnag Sports Club and members of civil society, including senior citizens at Kaziganj Sports Stadium in Anantnag district of South Kashmir. The friendly match also conveyed a message: say no to drugs and say hello to good health. The initiative was taken up to divert the Kashmiri youth from drugs and bring their attention to sports activities. Take a look.
The Kashmir Valley witnessed a unique initiative undertaken by the women cricketers in Anantnag district. The women from Anantnag Cricket Club challenged senior citizens to play a friendly cricket match with them at Kazigun Sports Stadium in Anantnag district. This was a rare occasion for old cricket players from Kashmir to relive their childhood memories and put their fitness to test.
ये पहली बार यहाँ पे हिस्ट्री में मैच हो रहा है सीनियर सिटीजन्स वर्सेस अनंतनाग वुमेन्स। ये बहुत अच्छा इनिशिएटिव है, इससे बहुत सीखने को भी मिलता है और ख़ासकर सीनियर सिटीजन्स के जो बढ़ती हुई एज है वो मतलब प्रोन टू डिजीज़ होते हैं, डायबिटीज़, हाइपरटेंशन वगैरह, उस सब से उनकी फिटनेस भी ठीक रहती है और इस सब से हमें भी एक्सपोजर मिलता है। और इस सब सीनियर सिटीजन्स में आधे प्लेयर्स ऐसे जो एक्स प्लेयर्स रह चुके हैं, उनसे सीखने को भी बहुत कुछ मिलता है। मेरे हिसाब से ये बहुत बेस्ट डिसीजन था।
The main motive behind organizing a cricket match between the young women cricketers and senior citizens was to encourage those youngsters of the valley who have lost the track to good health and somehow drifted towards drugs and unhealthy lifestyles.
इससे जो यंग जनरेशन है वो भी टेंशन फ्री रहती है और जो आजकल का मेन है एडिक्टेड टू ड्रग्स हो जाते हैं। खाली एक ही मतलब नहीं है, बॉयज़ नहीं है, गर्ल्स भी है। देखने में जहाँ तक देखा जाए मेरे प्रोफेशन के हिसाब से मैंने गर्ल्स को भी ड्रग्स करते हुए देखा है, बॉयज़ तो थे ही। मेरे हिसाब से उनको हम सबसे वो मिलना चाहिए कि ऐसी कि देखो जब लड़कियाँ खेल रही है, लड़के क्यों नहीं खेलेंगे, उनको इंटरेस्ट आना चाहिए इस सब में।
For senior citizens, the game of cricket was a medium to revisit their young days and meet their old teammates. The energy and enthusiasm of seniors seemed at par with their challenges. A good number of spectators, including children and youngsters, were also present at the boundary to cheer for the players.
सबसे मैं ज़्यादा खुश हूँ कि आप भी यहाँ पे आए, तो आपसे मुलाकात हो गई और इतने सारे जो मेरे बिछड़े हुए दोस्त थे, पिछले 10-20 साल से हम मिले नहीं थे, 20-25 साल से हम फिर आज खेल रहे हैं। And so hopefully we are trying to give our best.
अभी जो मैच हो रहा है वो सीनियर सिटीजन्स के साथ हो रहा है जो ऑलरेडी 50 प्लस से अपनी लाइफ जी चुके हैं। आज वो अपनी मतलब बेटियों के साथ मैच खेल रहे हैं, तो वो बोल रहे हैं कि हमारा पूरा बचपन हम जैसे जी रहे हैं फिर से। तो ये बहुत ही अच्छा एक इनिशिएटिव है क्योंकि पूरे सारे सीनियर सिटीजन हैं, तो वो बोल रहे हैं कि हम अपनी बेटियों के साथ खेल रहे हैं ताकि हमें भी ये नहीं हो रहा है कि अगर वो मतलब अपने ऐसे छोटे लोगों के साथ खेलेंगे तो उनको लगेगा कि नहीं हम नहीं खेल पा रहे हैं। तो अभी वो बेटियों के साथ खेल रहे हैं तो उनको पूरा वो जी जैसे बचपन में थे वो लोग, तो वैसे जी रहे हैं कि उनसे हमें बहुत सीखने को मिला है कि जैसे मतलब कैसे खेलना होता है, कोई टिप्स वगैरह देता है ये वो वगैरह, तो बहुत एक्सपीरियंस मिलता है।
Over the years, the craze for the game of cricket has picked up among the young women in Kashmir. The government too is encouraging the youngsters of the valley to make sports a daily part of their routine. Sports not only help build the physical health but also boosts the mental well-being of a person. The organizers of cricket match in Anantnag very well served their motto of say no to drugs and say hello to good health.
Now we take a look at some happenings in Asia in a segment called Asia Watch.
Ice factories in Iraq's Baghdad are seeing soaring orders as heat wave continues to scorch the country. In areas where there is no consistent supply of electricity, local people as well as shop owners have to buy ice cubes to make frozen drinks to preserve food amid scorching summer heat. Owner of an ice factory, Mustafa Najar, said his factory now produces 500 ice blocks a day, sold for $1.25 each. Iraq's electricity infrastructure has been severely damaged by prolonged war and deliberate destructions by extremist groups. In addition, US sanctions against Iran have made it difficult for Iraq to import enough energy for neighboring countries. Iraq has faced extreme shortages of electricity for years. South Korea and the US announced that they will stage the Ulchi Freedom Guardians summer exercises on August 21st to 31st to improve the allies' capability to respond to North Korea's evolving nuclear and missile threats. This year's drills will be held on the largest scale ever, mobilizing tens of thousands of troops from both sides and some member states of the UN command for about 30 field training programs, according to a press release from South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff. North Korea has denounced the allies' military drills as a rehearsal for nuclear war. The announcement came as North Korean leader Kim Jong-un visited key military factories, called for producing more missiles to help secure overwhelming military power and be ready for war. Stranded travelers stood with their luggages in Japan's Nagoya train station this week after rail services were halted as Typhoon Lan made landfall in the country's western region. Bullet train operators cancelled operations between the cities of Nagoya and Okayama, while services between Tokyo and Nagoya were significantly reduced. Approaching from the Pacific Ocean, Typhoon Lan made landfall at the southern tip of Wakayama Prefecture, some 400 kilometers southwest of Tokyo. Two years after Germany and allied nations left Afghanistan, many local staff who worked for the German government and international organizations are still waiting for permission to immigrate to Germany. Afghans who had worked for the German army and fled after the radical Islamist Taliban took over met in Berlin for a congress. Some of them, such as Abdullah Hussein Khil, who worked for the German Society for International Cooperation, are asking the German government to also bring their children and relatives to Germany. Germany's rules on family reunification for local staff is limited to the family nucleus with father, mother and minor children only. According to Markus Grossian, a German soldier and the founder of the Partnership Network, which aims to help local staff working for the German government, his organization alone is in contact with 100 people still waiting to be allowed to immigrate to Germany.
Young Doctors Association in the illegally occupied territory of Gilgit-Baltistan held a protest against the contentious bill that sought the retirement age of government hospital doctors to be increased to 65 years. They also held a press conference in Gilgit and blamed the administration for nepotism and poor state of health infrastructure in Gilgit-Baltistan. We have a report.
A number of doctors associated with the Gilgit-Baltistan Young Doctors Association rallied against a contentious bill that increased the retirement age for government hospital doctors to 65 years. In a press conference held in Gilgit, Dr. Bahadur Shah, the president of Gilgit-Baltistan Young Doctors Association, alongside fellow office bearers, took a vocal stand against the decision, attributing it to nepotism rather than a sincere effort to improve healthcare.
हम में से जितने भी फीमेल कंसल्टेंट्स या एमओज हैं, हमें इस बिल के अगेंस्ट हम आवाज उठाएंगे और हमें बिल्कुल भी ये बिल मंजूर नहीं है, क्योंकि अगर हम देखें पेशेंट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से और हमारे मेडिकल जो प्रोफेशनल्स हैं, आइदर वो एमओज हों या कंसल्टेंट्स हों, हम सब के लिए इसमें कोई फायदा नहीं है। हमारे सीनियर्स हमारे रिस्पेक्टेबल हैं, वो बेशक हमारे साथ आए रहें, हमें जो है ना लीड करें, लेकिन इस तरह नहीं जिससे कि वो दूसरों का हक खा जाएं।
The association's disapproval stemmed from suspicions surrounding the bill's rapid progression through the law department and its subsequent appearance in the Gazette of Pakistan. This unprecedented swiftness raised concerns about the transparency and intentions behind the decision, leaving the medical community deeply unsettled. During the address, the association not only criticized but also focused at the poor state of healthcare in Gilgit-Baltistan.
हमारे पास लीडरों की कमी, डॉक्टरों की कमी नहीं है, तभी आप बाकी शोबों में दे रहे हो। जब आप कन्वर्ट कर रहे हो तो फिर कमी के नाम पे एक्सटेंशन देके 5 साल बढ़ाने की कोई रीजन बनती है? नहीं बनती है। ये आप लोगों को पूछना चाहिए। हम इस बात का सवाल करते कि अगर वाकई में कमी थी तो ये नोटिफिकेशन क्यों निकाला। दूसरी बात, जो शिफा इंटरनेशनल अस्पताल से डॉक्टर्स लाए गए, इस बात पर मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ, मैंने पीएचडी अस्पताल पर्टिकुलरली एज ए न्यूरो सर्जन जब ज्वाइन किया था तो कोई सामान नहीं था। साल पूरा लग गया कि हमने कहा कि यार हमें सामान दे दो, सामान दे दो। बहुत मल्टीपल टाइम्स चीफ सेक्रेटरी साहब के पास गए, हेल्थ सेक्रेटरी साहब के पास। 1 साल की मेहनत के बाद टोटल हमें कहा कि बजट नहीं है, 17 लाख रुपए का सामान हमें दे दिया गया 1 साल बाद।
They shed light on several pending bills striving to improve healthcare accessibility. The pending bills talk about the free medication provisions for marginalized patients, procurement of vital medical equipment, and the establishment of much-needed medical facilities, but nothing has been addressed so far. The press conference also brought to the forefront the discrimination faced by people in the illegally occupied Gilgit-Baltistan territory. The people in Gilgit-Baltistan have been at the receiving end of various forms of bias, originating both from the local and federal governments. This prejudice further fueled the young doctors' determination to rectify the healthcare system and enhance the quality of life for the people they serve.
Festive season in the Indian state of Kerala is all about cuisine, regional music, press and boat racing. A thrilling experience both for the rowers as well as the spectators. The backwaters of Kerala come to life when hundreds of men row their snake boats head to head with buzzing energy and fervour. So today, we take you to the Alpazha district of Kerala, where the annual boat race was an absolute treat for locals, visitors as well as participants.
Bordered by the Arabian Sea in the west, elevated Western Ghats in the east, and networked by 44 interconnected rivers, Kerala, God's own country, is blessed with a unique collection of natural features that makes it one of the most sought after tourist destinations in Asia. These snake boat races are a major event in Kerala and is quite popular worldwide. These boat races in Kerala have always been a part of tradition and culture. There are instances in the history of Kerala when disputes between kings and chiefs were settled by boat races. The boat races are held in the backwaters of the state, elevating the charm of the water canals. The annual event is held in August and draws thousands of locals and foreign spectators who come to see the participants rowing long snake-shaped boats in the water bodies.
Well, we don't know much about the different boats, but we think it's really interesting to see it, and the sportsmen are really giving their best, so it's great to see. We like it very much.
Onam is the biggest and most important festival in Kerala. It is a harvest festival and is celebrated with joy and enthusiasm all over the state. The festival is celebrated between the months of August and September. These snake boat races are highly awaited events, further adding to the magnificence of Onam celebrations. Vallamkalli, the other name for snake boat race, is a traditional boat race in Kerala. These snake boats, or Vallamkalli, can be up to 100 feet long walk canoes used in ancient era. Tens of thousands of people thronged India's southern Kerala state to watch these boat races.
Yeah, I am coming to see the race boat. I'm so excited because I really like traditional things. So I hope it's gonna be a good race, and I'm really happy that you are keeping this tradition. I really like it. Looks like you have to be really strong to do this practice.
A long shoreline with serene beaches, tranquil stretches of emerald backwaters, lush hill stations and exotic wildlife are just a few of the wonders that await the tourists once they cross over to the other side. Kerala is one of India's most progressive states in terms of social welfare and quality of life. This place offers solitude so that one can spend uninterrupted time with their loved ones.
It's time for me to wrap up today's episode. We'll be back next week at the same time. This is Shivangi Mishra signing off on the behalf of the entire production team of South Asia Today. Goodbye and take care.